this COVID stuff, man. How you been living out here in these streets?
I've been living. So honestly, for me, it wasn't that bad, the transition for me.
Okay.
It was a positive for me. Although, we lost a lot of people and that's sad in itself. But
Right.
for me, I remember like when it first started, I went to the market. I was never one to like follow what media says and like blow things out of proportion.
Right.
So I remember I went to the market and I was at work. I usually go to the market on my lunch break at work, and there was mad people in the market.
Right.
Like, extreme amount of people.
Yeah,
And I'm
definitely.
like, what in the world is going on? Did everybody just get their food stamps or something? And I just went in there to get some slime stuff for my daughter because she needed some stuff for school. And I was walking around there just mad. Like, why is the line? I hate lines. I cannot stand lines. So I was walking around there mad with slime
That's a
stuff in my
Philly
hand.
thing. Hating the lines. That's definitely Philly.
I had the
thing.
glue in my hand and I'm just mad. So I went to go to fast checkout, 10 items or less or whatever they call it.
Right.
That line is long. So I'm like, this lady in front of me, she had about 93 items in her in the 10 items or less line. So I'm just in my head cursing and like, this is supposed to be the express line. And I'll always remember this because this is when it first started for me. But anyway, so I went back to work, and then that's when they started talking about it. We're going to have to start getting you guys out of here. And, the news was saying that stuff was shutting down and this, that, and the third.
Right.
I work in an essential business, so it's never going to be not working for me. So,
Gotcha.
But the transition to working from home was a plus for me, because I have 4 kids. So they were never in public school. They were in cyber school the whole time. Like even before the pandemic happened, they were in cyber school. So for me, it was a little hard trying to have them be homeschooled and work at the same time. So me transitioning to home, it made it much easier for me. So I look at that right there as a positive because I'm still working from home.
Right.
And they kind of see it like the people that transition to home are more productive.
Right. Yeah,
from
definitely.
home. So they're thinking, we want to keep it this way. You know what I mean? Because we moving stuff faster and more productive while we're at home. So those are some of the things. And it also saved me some money because I'm a shopaholic. I used to go, out shopping. All the stores were closed. Couldn't really go out. But I did do some online shopping.
I was getting ready to say the online thing.
Yeah, I did online
yeah.
shopping, but I don't buy clothes online because you can't try it on. And I'm not about to sit up there measuring my waist, try to figure out what size I am. So I didn't do any online shopping.
It's a lot harder for women.
Definitely. And what if it don't look right? And I don't like taking stuff back or sending stuff back. So I didn't do none of that. And then when stores and stuff start opening back up, still saved me money because it was lines.
Right.
Lines to get in the store. I pull up to Walmart, there's a line. Pull up to the grocery store, there's a line. No, I'm good. I'll just go eat some toast. I'm not going there.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I can't stand it. I hate the lines.
Yeah.
I just hate just trying to get like the essentials. What I mean? Trying to get stuff that you need. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just was able to pick up some Clorox wipes for like the first time since this whole thing started. And I mean like a 3-pack too. You know what I mean? Like I was like, holy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People
like,
are going crazy with the hand sanitizer, the Lysol, the Clorox wipes, the tissue. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. So the tissue thing. So what happened with the tissue thing is because everybody's transitioning to being home.
Right.
So the supply chain, the supply chains are set to a certain level. So when everybody started coming home, they started buying up all that tissue. Meanwhile, the supply chains for industrial and commercial tissue is getting backed up.
I understand. Okay, I guess.
So
but
everything switches. But, that was the thing. So everything switches, which is the thing with the whole, with the Trump. Like they should have brought the military in to kind of just like steady out the supply chains because that needed help. I mean, it's still messed up.
I think that it was just like a situation where a lot of people were never been through before. You know what I'm saying? So nobody knew how to deal with it. And everybody was just freaking out. I wasn't freaking out. I was chilling, like looking at people just going crazy because I'm like, we're going to be able to go back to the store. Like, it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. But people were freaking out because they're not used to dealing with stuff like this. So I understood it. So, that's where it made sense to me. Like people are just freaking out, and that's just what it is. That's what they know best, to freak out.
Right. They're thinking it's like the apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Which I don't know. For a minute there,
it was.
As far as feeling like it, it probably came close.
Yeah, exactly. Because you go outside and ain't nobody out there. People wearing masks and stuff like that. So it was scary. It was a real scary feeling for some people. So I get it.
Well, I think we fared out a lot better than. I think we fared out a lot better than then it could have been worse.
Yeah.
I think we fared out a lot better. I mean, I thought it would be like just like a lot more crime. I thought it would be people just like robbing, stealing all over the place, and it's. I mean, I don't think any more is happening than what was happening anyway.
That's true.
So, I don't think it doesn't seem like people have hit that desperate point.
I kind of think that at some point it's going to come to that.
Oh yeah,
because they're playing games.
Yeah,
they're playing games in the White House.
Definitely going to
being childish when there's people out here who need stuff. You know
exactly.
What I mean? So at the point, like you got to get it somehow. So I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean? By any means. So.
Yeah, it probably will get like that. I can't understand how these people think that you making too much if they're giving you $600 freaking dollars.
Whoa.
For unemployment. Like those cats, they had a nerve to stand up there. It was like, yeah, 600? Nah, that's too much, man. We need to take that down.
Let me tell you though. To be honest, some people are making way more than they were, and I ain't gonna lie. I never stopped working. Okay, I've been working this whole entire time, so I ain't getting no unemployment. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people who didn't get unemployment hating on the people that got the unemployment. Right. I ain't gonna lie. I want the extra $600. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But some people that they were just getting $7 an hour or whatever. Right. Now they getting $600 every week.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to go back to work, so I get it. I really do. I wouldn't want to go back to work either.
I wouldn't want to go back to work either. But look, who like if you're getting money, who wants to work? But that still doesn't take away the fact that people need this money. And unemployment, when your job calls you back, you got to go. Yeah. Else they can kick you off unemployment anyway. So that's a non-void argument. I
mean, I get it, but $600 was a little extreme if you ask me. I'm one of those haters because I didn't get the $600. You know what I'm saying? I'm essential, and I've been working this whole entire time, and I got nothing.
Right.
And while people, who don't work, which is not, it wasn't a choice of theirs. They got definitely. Fired or laid off or whatever. Right. So it's not like it's their fault that they're not working. But I get where they're coming from by saying you making too much money. I get it.
Hey, I say give it to them.
I say give them $400.
Nah, give them. Look, actually, give them more than that. Like. People that are under. Yeah, look, the.
Can I get something? And then they saying that these tax cuts or whatever, but we gonna have to pay that back if Trump don't get back into the office. So that's not helping nobody.
Don't let Trump fool you with this tax cut stuff. Whether he gets back in the office or not get back in the office, I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on whether or not the taxes get paid back or not.
You think so?
No.
You think he's just saying that so he can get back in the office?
Yeah, of course he's just saying that so he can get... Now, see, the thing... So there's two different things. So, of course he's saying that so he can get back in the office. Of course. The second thing is, don't get it clouded, is there any legitimacy to this?
That's right.
To what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think it is because, he said... Well, number one, I can't trust Trump. Like, I don't... Who cares what he says? He says that now, get back in the office and be like, oh, well. Like you can't trust anything this guy says.
He a clown.
Yeah, exactly. So number one, I'd rather take my chances with Biden. Mm-hmm. They talking about a possible paying it back or whatever like that. Keep your tax cut. Right. I don't even want it in the first place. You know what I mean? Just keep it.
Yeah.
So, that's my thing. But I definitely rather take my chances with
Biden.
With Biden.
Yeah, at this point, what else can you do? Because you vote third party. That's not really. I don't think enough people are educated enough.
Yeah, that's third party's not going to really help you. You gotta go in for Biden.
Yeah, it's because it's going to take away from Biden, and it's going to give it to Trump.
Right.
Honestly, people are like, I'm gonna vote third party. That's not doing nothing. Because not enough people are going to vote third party.
You got it. Because the Republicans, I'm not falling into the thing with. Granted, Trump is down, it's probably a matter of, how much he's down. Mm-hmm. You look at this poll, everything's double digits.
Yeah.
He is down a lot further than he was with Hillary. Yeah. So, maybe that adds up to maybe just being a little bit down then.
Yeah.
Because, with Hillary, he was right there the whole time and, they got us.
Very true. And I think that a lot of people are just voting because they don't want Trump out in the office.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just I don't like Trump. I don't care what he did. I don't care what he gonna do. I just don't like Trump. I want him out of the office.
Yeah, definitely.
At that point. So, I think the best way to go is for Biden, not third party.
Yeah.
And of course, some people are going to vote for Trump because some people, they like Trump for some strange reason. But the best way to go is,
Yeah, I think we will have the people that voted for Trump for any particular reason found out that those really wasn't good reasons.
Yes, very true. A lot of people did. So a lot of people are gonna, go the other way. But like I said, it's still some people that's gonna go. You know, that's like politics is a thing that people will never come to an agreement on. Like it's always gonna be, different opinions and different, outlooks on different things.
Well, you're gonna have you got the sheep. You have the people that are selfish and on the lookout for themselves. And then you have the people that, they want to vote for the greater good.
That's right. Exactly.
So, the sheep are gonna follow no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So they like what they like and they're gonna follow no matter what. And it's sheep on Republican and the Democratic side and on the non-party side.
Very true.
So you have sheep that are independents that are just convinced no matter what, it's this, it's that, and I can never do it.
Yep.
And then you got your Democratic sheep. I can't vote for Republicans, and for whatever reason, we know the Republican sheep. We've seen those, so you're gonna have people that'll vote that way. But hopefully, we can get some of those Republicans
to vote
on the Democratic side because now they're realizing that we didn't get what the hell this cat promised.
What do we
us.
do exactly? Yeah. So, and I think it'll come down a lot to people who didn't vote before, like people who are not registered to vote. Like it's time for you to go register to vote because there's thousands of people out there that could make a change. You know what I'm saying? And people that's just like, oh, I'm not voting. My vote don't count anyway. I think that it's just a lazy way to look at things or ignorant way to look at things.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's hard. Every vote counts. Like it's probably sometimes hard to put that in perspective because I used to believe that and I voted. Democrats outweigh Republicans by a ton.
Yeah.
By a ton. If everybody that was registered Democrats or everybody that would follow the Democratic Party got out there and vote, we would stump Republicans every time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they're always trying to intimidate Democratic vote because they know this.
Yeah.
That's why they try to do all these tricks and all this stuff because they know this. And if they can stop enough people from coming out to vote, then they can just contest the people that did.
Exactly.
Because it's close enough where, all right, bam, it's close enough. We can contest that. Yeah, we should have won. Y'all did this and y'all did that.
Yeah.
It's always finger pointing. I'm not saying that Democrats don't do it too because I'm not even a big Democratic fan, actually.
Same here.
If the Republicans came out and was like, yo, all right, Black people, we going to do X, Y, Z. We can give y'all reparations. We going to give you a fair shake, affirmative action. We going to make it better than ever and all this stuff. Republicans came out and put their foot in their mouth and like, look, we doing all this. We want the Black vote. What do you think?
Yeah. We're gonna go
you on board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that they are intimidated because you seen what Trump is doing. Did you see what he's saying about Kamala?
Oh, yeah.
So
they don't like that.
He's trying to take people away from voting for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
So because he's intimidated, he's like, oh, she gonna win. So I got to find something, to get her underneath me. So, I think they know that the Republican Party they know that we can take it from them.
Definitely,
if people, get out there and do what they need to do.
Right, definitely.
Let their voice be heard, even though you don't think it's being heard. Still, go make it be heard. Because like you said, I still don't think my vote count, but I'm gonna go vote still. Because you never know. Yeah. Maybe it counts, maybe it don't. Maybe something has to be done, and people didn't go out there in the primaries and vote either.
Right.
Like you got to get in there too. You can't just go around when it's time for the elections. You got to get out there in the primaries, and vote as well because that's what puts whoever is out there.
Yeah, that's the one that really matters.
Exactly.
The little elections, those are the ones that really, really matter.
Exactly, because that's who gets up in there, and then when you see that we voting between a stick and a rock, you like, well, what the heck? It's because you didn't vote in the primaries. You know what I mean?
Right. And not only that, with the little elections too, is that they also put these questions out there. So it's like, okay, should we borrow, 80 billion? Should we borrow $80 billion to do X, Y, Z?
Exactly.
Should we buy these 5 brand new tanks for the police department?
Exactly.
Should we put, $6 million into the public schools for iPads or computers?
Exactly.
Those are the type of stuff that are on those small election questions.
And people don't see that because they won't go. And then they wonder why, we are short here and there because you didn't vote. You didn't vote in the primaries.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's that stuff. You always find out. I remember not this one, but the one before that they had out the the police traffic guides.
Oh, yeah.
The non-law enforcement traffic
Yeah.
things. They had that in there. So when I go in there and I vote, anything about, they wanted to hire those, should we hire the non-law enforcement traffic guide people? I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it. Should we spend X amount of money or should we borrow or should we put a debt service on? Whatever. I'm always for it. I'm like, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And the thing is, that's where the voices get heard at.
Right.
But people don't see that because they're not going. So you do have a say so in what's going on, but you're not going to go, put your vote in. So they don't know.
And they'll find this money too. So don't let them get you. We don't ever have the money. Yeah. They'll find the money because they found the money for these billions of dollars that they kicked out for COVID.
Exactly. Now all of a sudden we got money to go here and there and there.
Right.
Where was it before? They got it.
Exactly. And without question.
Exactly.
Nobody came up and said, well, where the hell are we going to get this money from?
It just came out of nowhere.
It just came without question.
Here you go. Like,
this is what we're doing. So bam, here we go.
It's there.
So they got it. That's why anything, should we spend money on this and should we spend money on that? I always vote yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it. Take a loan. You want that loan? 80 million? Yeah, come on, bring that.
Do it.
Yeah, bring that. Let's go. Yeah. What we doing with that? Oh yeah, come on, bring that.
Because we need it.
Yeah, exactly. We need it. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Raise taxes, can't raise taxes, but so much. Philly's high as hell already. So.
Yeah. So the people, our people, we need to be, more in there, if you will, because we want to complain about this, that, and the third. Because 4 years ago, when Trump was running, and people were saying, "Oh, I'm not going to vote."
Right.
They didn't vote, which gave Trump the win.
Exactly.
Then they complained about Trump. Oh, that's your president? No, it's our president.
It's our president.
It's our president.
Definitely our
America.
president. Yep.
Okay. And you didn't vote. So I blame those people who didn't get up and go vote, saying, "Oh, my voice ain't heard." But then you want to complain about who in the office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, definitely.
Got to do better, especially if you want to run around here, crying about racism and all of that. We got to do something about it. We have a part out here. We just got to, make our voices heard.
Yeah, definitely. And that's our part, and also do our part to try to get people out there.
Exactly.
To get them out there to vote.
Exactly. My young people, come on. It's us. You know what I mean? It's the young people that's just not, going out there. They don't think it's important.
The young folks will come out. They seem like they're energized, especially on social media.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they're energized. They're looking for, especially when you start threatening like Twitter, TikTok, things like that. Man, this dude is crazy.
Yeah,
you can't mess with that stuff.
I know y'all like TikTok.
Yeah. Like you can't mess with that stuff. And another thing that I think is good too is that he's pissing these CEOs off.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitter CEO.
Yep, exactly.
Mark Zuckerberg now, because he had Mark in his corner. He didn't put Mark in the crosshairs.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So now it's just a matter of figuring out how that's going to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
these platforms have millions of people on them. Like, come on.
Forget the millions. These guys have control.
Yeah.
Billions of people. Billions and billions of people, I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely.
Around the world. These guys have power, control, influence.
Exactly.
You don't need money when you got that.
Exactly. Yeah, so let's go.
Yeah, you don't need money. So you want to mess with these cats and get them to unite against you, because you see Facebook, they knocked down a Trump post.
Oh yeah.
Twitter's been like banging them all the time now.
Yeah.
And he also, so when he signed that executive order against Twitter, that was a liability action.
He did that against Twitter?
Yeah, against Twitter. Yeah, because not against Twitter, but it affects all of the social media.
Okay.
So basically what it does is like, okay, we say something on this show, we post it on there, somebody's got a problem with it, they can't sue the platform.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like, for one thing, they can't police everything. It's hard. So whatever. So, but the platform's not responsible for, they're giving you that voice, but they're not responsible for what you put on there, or if they have their policies in place, but if for some reason they can't police it, they're still not responsible.
Oh, wow.
So Trump signed that executive order that puts their liability. It didn't waive it. But it puts the liabilities in jeopardy. So now it makes them closely more monitor and police what's going on the platforms. So for Trump to do that and make the statements that he made, now he put himself in the crosshairs, because now they're going to bang you every time.
Absolutely.
Every time you say something that's not true, they're going to they're going to bang you every time. Like, why would you do that?
Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah, if they get the liability protection stripped, then you're going to see a lot more censorship because they're not going to try to be liable for anything anybody's putting on the platform.
Yeah. I will be very, very surprised if Trump wins this one.
I'm not convinced. I'm trying. I mean, I see everything that's going on, but it's still enough time. You know what I mean?
So?
Yeah, it's still enough time. It's Trump. Let me tell you something about Trump. Trump is a bumbling, and I'm sorry, I know it's the president, but still, a bumbling fool. He bumbles and idiots his way into success. He does.
Very true. Very true.
He does. Like the guy, losing as much money as he's lost, filing bankruptcy as many times as he did, but he still manages to be successful. Yeah. You can say anything you want about Trump, whatever. Oh, he's not really a good businessman or whatever the case may be. Look, the guy manages to keep his money and then keep his businesses and still, be around the most powerful of the powerful. And being able to become president, you can't say anything about that.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. Because last election, I was like, "It's no way."
Yeah,
it's no way. And then I'm like,
here he is.
Wait a minute now. Yeah. So that's true. You never know.
Yeah,
so.
You can't deny, you can't doubt that.
Yeah, I just see that it's so much negativity surrounded, around him that why if y'all get up and go vote, there's no way.
Yeah, exactly. You know what Trump reminds like Mr. Bean or the Pink Panther or something like that. Just bumbling fools, but they managed to figure out Inspector Gadget, like those cats.
Oh my gosh. Some of the videos he had on social media, I crack up at him. Like he's so funny. Like say what you want about the man, but he's a comedian.
yeah, he's definitely funny as hell. Yeah, with the Hillary, oh my God, he was roasting them.
Yeah.
Oh. Pelosi, oh man, roasting her. Yeah. Love it.
He has no filter.
Exactly. And he can't be president anymore, that's for sure.
No,
but I'll look forward to him on Twitter once he's out of office.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
I might follow him.
Follow him on social media.
I might follow him after the presidency. I'll follow him on Twitter. Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. Go do some stand-up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not good at presidenting.
Yeah, but that's who we are. I mean, I don't know, you call it, the dude is like the smartest idiot.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's perfect.
Yeah, like the smartest
smart idiot.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing. It boggles my mind. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. And after all this, he still has an opportunity. He still has an opportunity
because he still got people, following him.
Exactly.
They're on his tail. So
exactly. So do you think we will ever, what do you think about normalcy? Like, do you think we'll ever be back to normal from this COVID stuff?
I definitely do think so. I think it's going to take a while, but I definitely think it's going to get back to normal. Because I'm saying that because we have other things happen, like West Nile virus and stuff like that.
Right.
Or stuff when we weren't even here, like back in the day. Stuff happened. But they got control of it. And it returned back to normal.
Right.
I think that this is going to take some time simply because we got people nowadays that's like, oh, I'm not wearing a mask or I'm not doing this. There was this one guy, I don't know if you heard of it, on social media. He's like, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. And I think he went to Miami.
Right.
Came back, caught COVID, and he passed away.
Oh.
So people out there like that, like, I'm not wearing a mask. And I don't understand it's taken away from my rights thing.
Right.
Do you see a logic in that at all? Because take your mask off and talk. Like, what you think is going on?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that the mask is a way of trying to, although it may not, trying to control the situation because people don't know what to do.
Right.
But after a certain point, I'll say give it a year or two, things will return back to normal. I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll probably, I would like to see this be the new normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because, forget COVID. Mm-hmm. Just everything else. Like,
that's true.
You have the flu, pneumonia, common cold, just all that. Like, I think even if we did that, because it's not, and I'm not trying to compare COVID to the flu or pneumonia or anything like that, but, even those numbers and those people that pass away yearly, like, those are high numbers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So even if we wanted to curtail that, we have an opportunity here.
That's very true, because if you're wearing a mask, that's how people get sick, right? When they talking to each other,
exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're wearing a mask, it's not going all over the place.
You got a better chance.
Exactly. I think that makes, like you said, it should be probably the new normal because it could contain a lot of sicknesses like that.
Exactly.
Although, what I don't agree with though, that kids in schools and stuff, like, I think that they shouldn't have to wear masks in school and social distance from their friends. Like, what is the point of going to school at that point?
Right. True. So what do you think about kids returning to school now?
I don't think that kids should return back to school right now. I really don't. And although, like I said earlier, my kids are not going back to school. They're going back to cyber school. And that's the way I want to go with it. Although when I was working and I wasn't working from home, they still were in cyber school because they could do it at any time. They could do it at daycare. And they did pretty good with it. And they became independent with it. So I think that if a parent could, that they should homeschool their child.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that children should go into school and getting their temperatures checked and watching it. Like, as a child, how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Going into school and you got to be in like a partition.
It is a lot for kids, especially young kids, and they don't really understand what's going on. And you got them walking around in a little bubble suit.
Exactly. And then even with daycares, because my daycare's about to open back up. My kid's not going back there either because I don't like how, they're like, you got a curbside pickup. Take your temperature every time you come here. What's the temperature when he got here? What's the temperature when he left?
Right.
Did he have a fever? All of that stuff is too much. It's extra. Like, and I don't think that, I think that they should hold off on that until they can get it under control versus having people out here like that. I don't think.
Definitely.
And then having a child in a mask all day. I mean, all day long.
Right.
Really. You know what I'm saying? Even as adults, we don't want to wear a mask all day long, which makes you think a kid is going to keep a mask on.
Exactly. Like the adults failed at it. So the kids, you can't expect the kindergartner to.
Right. And they're not going to wear it properly. Their nose is going to be out, the lips are tongue out, something. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I don't think it should be a rush to getting kids back to school. I think that they should have taken this time while the summer was going on to formulate a plan of having them just virtual. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the parents that can't do it, or give them a time to do it.
Right.
Because virtual school is a lot where you have to be very involved, with your child. So I know that some parents, can't because they work or whatnot.
Right.
But, maybe have a plan like of some sort for like, having child go to a center and they be on a computer, something of that nature. But I don't think going back to school is a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you there. Even the districts that have opened up, I think a lot of them are having a hard time.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. I don't know where, I forgot where this district was, but it's like a district with 1,000 people, 1,000 kids, and like
how
60 something teachers or something like that.
How do you social distance like
how are they even functioning? And they still haven't shut it down.
Yeah. What I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
So it's how much does it take?
You don't know what's going on in these children's homes, what's going on in the teachers' homes. You don't know who's bringing what. You don't know who's asymptomatic. True. You don't know what's going on. So it's not safe right now. I don't think that it should happen.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean?
Definitely. If you could, online school your child. My children go to CCA. What is it? Cyber Charter Academy, I think. And they've been going there since like last year. So, when this whole thing happened, they weren't affected.
Nice. So is Philadelphia opening up are they opening in-person learning? Or?
I think they said November.
Oh,
November.
Really? Oh, shoot. Okay.
If that, and they may have pushed it back a little bit more, but I'm not sure because I don't care because my kids aren't going back.
Yeah, I do know that they have the option, though, in Pennsylvania to either do in person or cyber. Even before this hit, they had the option.
I think that, it's a tough thing for parents because, like I said, some of them got to work. So it's kind of like, some people got to work and they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So they got to kind of think about all the parents and stuff too. With that. Like the parents that's going to work. If their kids if school was their daycare while they worked, like,
right.
What are they supposed to do? Oh, they going to go to work 2 days out of the week. Whatever they got going on, they have to think about everybody when they do it.
Right. And this is probably one thing that shouldn't like this. I know they seen on the news that they were doing some type of pod learning, where it's like 4 or 5 kids and they get like a learning pod. And those parents. Some more well-off to do folks, those parents were getting their kids together and paying a teacher.
Yeah.
To teach their little pod.
Yeah, that's what I think is a good idea.
Yeah,
like I was saying, like you have a couple of kids go into like a space and they just learn.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And hire more teachers that can do online learning.
Right.
Hire more teachers and create more jobs for people. Or even if like my child, right, is going to online school, and your child is going to online school. Your child can come over to my house, and they can do their online schooling together.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
yeah. True that.
Something like that. Like, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of solutions out there. At least you can control the environment a lot better.
And you know when your child is safe.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nobody coughing in the child eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on.
That would save the educational system millions. It would give teachers an opportunity to, especially if you're working with well-off, affluent people, it gives you an opportunity to negotiate what you want to be paid.
Exactly.
You know, you could give low-income folks. They could take some of that money and give that money to low-income folks, so they could do the same thing with their kids.
Exactly.
And people that can pay for it, they pay for it. And people that don't want to do either, you do online.
Exactly. I say Davy and Ron for president.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, there we go. Let's start the campaign. We're ready to do it.
Yeah. So,
I think, that would be an awesome idea. But see, that's that not return to normalcy. See, they trying.
They can become the new normal, like you said. It's the new normal. We working from home. Our kids going to school from home. I think it's all the more better. Like no traffic, no gas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Your kids
and
not getting bullied.
Who doesn't want to be home?
Right.
Like, who doesn't want to be home? And the kids, when they're touring online, they do online activities and everything like that. Yeah, because my
virtual zoo and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Virtual museum, things like that.
Exactly.
Technology is evolving anyway. Why not we go with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So that's that, guys. Let us know how we did. If you want to hear anything or share anything with us, feel free. Make sure you drop that in the comments as well. And, maybe we might even bring our winner on. That's if you want to be on. You don't have to. You can call in. We'll have you call in or something like that.
That'd be cool, calling in.
Yeah, exactly. Call in and have you be a part of the show.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching.